Welcome into Little Bighorn Stadium here in Chattooga High School in Chattooga, Georgia. This is Grace Shook here with Cooper Terry and the rest of the Heritage Broadcasting staff, Jared Damron, Carson Green, Camden Green, and Jeff Green, here for tonight's matchup between your Heritage Generals and the host team, the Chattooga Indians. Charles Hammond's Chattooga Indians last year were 4-7, 4-3 in Region 7 AA North Division. Made the playoffs, but did lose in the first round to a strong Rabun County team by a score of 6-49. After this week, Chattooga will be off and start their region schedule at Coosa on the 14th of September. For Heritage, it was a tough loss last week against Ringgold, losing by a score of 40-0 against a county rival. But EK Slaughter staff has got some new blood in. A couple guys looking to take over, making their first varsity start tonight. Dylan Bryan at receiver, right tackle Anthony Riley will get the nod after Tristan Alverson is going through a knee injury. Chandler Hill also, team's leading receiver. Team's leading receiver has a knee injury as well. Captains here at midfield now. Captains for Heritage, number 16, Thomas Owens. Zach Brown, number 21, Luke Teague, and Pete Paget.
Captains for tonight's game for Heritage are number 44, Pete Paget, number 16, Anderson Britton, number 5, Luke Teague, and number 21, Zach Brown. Captains for the Indians are number 46, Malachi Mack, number 12, Trey Flowers, number 49, Izzy Damon, and number 50, Devin Blackman.
Chattooga's captains coming from left to right, number 46, Malachi Mack, senior outside linebacker and running back. Trey Flowers, number 12, senior defensive back. Number 49, Izzy Damon, who's going to be the fullback. He was one the coaches really liked on film when we talked to him this week. Very impressive, strong runner, much like our own Jeffrey Curtis. And number 50, captains for Chattooga.
Heritage has won the toss, and they'll elect to receive to start the game.
Heritage is going to receive here to start the game, so it'll be a revamped offense we'll see here. Cooper come to the field. Nick Hansen making his third start of the year as a sophomore quarterback. Really progressed. Kind of had a rough night against Ringgold last week, and but really started off well against LFO going up against the Warriors.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see some of the new players for Heritage step in due to all the injuries we've had recently.
So big storylines here for this game as the Generals take the field here at Little Bighorn Stadium at Chattooga High School. Some big questions. Heritage took a big loss last week. How are these guys going to respond? Really young team overall. A little bit of senior mixed in with a lot of young guys, a lot of sophomores, a lot of juniors. But how does this team respond against a Chattooga team who was also shut out last week against a very good Wesleyan team, 17-0? Also, Jeffrey Curtis, who has really been the bell cow on offense at the running back position. How is he going to be able to hold up? Kind of ran out of gas a little bit last week. How is he going to be able to hold up for 48 minutes, and can he hold up for 48 minutes this week against Chattooga?
It's definitely going to be hard for him because he's definitely not 100% because he got a little banged up against Ringgold last week.
A lot of guys banged up against Ringgold last week. A lot of guys, Coach Slaughter said that whenever we went and watched practice this week, around 13 to 14 kids on what he called the IR, the injured reserve, which can be depleting for a young team like this. When you're counting on some big-time playmakers, injuries can really kill you if you're Heritage.
Yeah, Chattooga here in a moment, about to kick off to begin our game.
It's going to be number 83, Luis Medina, junior kicker, 6'2", 275, pretty good-sized kid.
Number 83, Luis Medina, set to kick for the Indians. Deep to receive for the Generals, number 4, Easton O'Donnell, and number 28, Wes Lozano.
That's number 4, Easton O'Donnell, the junior defensive back, and Wes Lozano back deep to receive Medina's kick. Medina kicks it off. It's going to be Lozano from about the 10. Coming around the near sideline. And is wrestled down. That's going to be number 17 for Chattooga, Jacoby Cottrell, the outside linebacker, making the play. And we're going to get a look at this new revamped Heritage offense under Nick Hansen's leadership, sophomore quarterback, who struggled mightily against Ringgold.
We'll see if Heritage mixes up the play call here. They've been relying a little bit on the run. They might have to pass more this year due to the injuries.
Nick Hansen last week only 51 passing yards, 185 total yards for the Generals last week against Ringgold. Really, the offense just couldn't get clicking. Once Ringgold sold out on the run, and Jeffrey Curtis just really locked him down. And it'll be Heritage right here.
Both teams are really crowding the line for this play.
Hansen under center, sends Paget in motion. He's going to give it to Curtis. Curtis tries to get the outside, and he's going to be yanked down for a loss.
Jeffrey Curtis on the carry for Heritage. Tackle made by number 2, Devin Price.
Devin Price makes the tackle.
This is going to be an interesting drive because Heritage doesn't tend to pass unless it's in long yardage situations, and they might have just dug a hole for themselves right now.
Yeah, you're right about that. Got to think they're going to go through the air here with Hansen, who's got a real strong arm and some pretty good athletes out on the perimeter for him to throw the ball to. Again, Chandler Hill, the leading receiver, out tonight as Curtis gets the ball again. Breaks off a tackle, breaks another tackle, and he's going to get to the original line of scrimmage. Gets about 3 yards on that one.
Tackle made by number 12, Trey Flowers, and number 83, Lewis Medina.
Flowers
makes the tackle right there, coming from the strong safety position.
There's great blocks on the left side of there by Kobe McAllister.
3rd down and 9.
Yeah, the offensive line really experienced, really a lot of veterans on the line. Again, Anthony Riley at right tackle making his first start tonight. The senior, been in the program for a while, knows the offense. But he gets to put that to the test here as Hansen's going to drop back. Going to throw a screen pass to Curtis. Curtis has the sideline, got a couple blocks. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. That looks like number 3, Tomias Lawrence on the tackle.
Jeffrey Curtis on the screen pass, enough for a Heritage first down.
Will be a first down for the Generals, though. And there they go again through the air right there. Hansen just dumps it off to Curtis, who's been really like we said in the open, the bell cow of the offense, been able to get, comes into tonight's game with 246 yards rushing, 123 per game, and only 40 carries for the senior running back. He's going to get another one here. Not much. Maybe get a yard. Maybe not even that.
Jeffrey Curtis on the
Chattooga defensive line really stout up front.
Gain of 2 yards, 2nd down.
Be 2nd down at about 8 here from the Heritage 45. 2 receivers here to the near side, Clint Petties and Dylan Bryan. Martin on the far side by himself. He's going to look to throw, and it's incomplete. Looking for Dylan Bryan. That's Dylan Woody into coverage. And here comes that 3rd and 8 again.
3rd down and 8 to go.
Big question here for the Generals is if they can convert in the 3rd and mid to 3rd to long situations, and whether or not Hansen can balance the attack out and keep the defense here for Chattooga guessing. 9:45 to go here in the first quarter. Hansen takes a snap, play fake. He's going to fire it. That's Clint Pettis. He's got the ball for the first down. Carries a Chattooga defender off, and it'll be 1st and 10 inside the 25 right there. Big play right there by a guy who the coaching staff's counting on to step up here this week, Clint Pettis, the senior receiver. Tomias Lawrence made the stop.
That was a great route there. Got a little bit of separation off his defender. Nick Hansen found him for the first down.
Again, got to see a little bit of that big arm there from Hansen. Able to fire it across the middle for a big gain. And it'll be 1st and 10 Heritage here at about the 25-yard line.
They send Dylan Bryan in motion to the left side.
Pistol formation. Lozano in at running back. He's going to get it right here, and he's going to get stopped. Big-time tackle right there for Chattooga. That's number 46, Malachi Mack with a tackle.
He's tackled for a loss by number 46, Malachi Mack.
Big play right there for the Indians defense. Lozano looking to spell Curtis here this week. Backup running back. Got a little bit of time last week against Ringgold. Be second down and 11 here. Heritage comes to the line. 3 running backs in the backfield. Lozano gets it going to the left side, and he's going to get brought down. That's Malachi Mack again on the tackle. Gain of about 3 to 4.
Tackled by number 46, Malachi Mack.
There for Wes Lozano.
Malachi Mack is outside linebacker. He's definitely a player to watch in this game. He's already got 2 tackles. Great performance so far from him.
Looking really well here for the Chattooga defense. Anchoring from that linebacker position. Hanson looks to throw and overthrows Pete Paget.
Hanson's pass falls incomplete.
3 Indians there in coverage. Looking for the tight end, Pete Paget, the junior. We're going to see what Heritage does here on 4th and about 8.
4th down and 8 yards to go.
Curtis comes in for Lozano at the running back position. Might could see another screen here to Curtis. Here on 4th down and about 8 to go. Ball on the 23. Hanson gets the snap, drops back. It's a screen again. Curtis cuts it up. And he's going to be stopped short of the line to gain. Good second effort, but still not enough for the first down. And Chattooga holds there on 4th down and about 8. Curtis gets around 6 yards. And it'll be a Heritage defense who last week gave up 40 points. The week before against LFO gave up 27. And another big question here for our defense is if they can really bow up and slow down the heavy Indian running game. Real traditional power eye, offset eye offense.
Yeah, Heritage is definitely working with a young defense, especially the secondary today.
Quarterback Clayton Johnson under center for Chattooga. Sends a man in motion. He's going to pitch it out to the side. That's number 31, E.J. Lackey.
Johnson's pass is to number 31, E.J. Lackey.
Gets a good gain. Looks like Wes Lozano made the tackle there from the safety position.
Number 44, Pete Paget, and number 28, Wes Lozano.
Yeah, I expect for them to keep pounding it up the middle and towards the sides in this game.
Gain of 7 yards.
Chattooga coming in with a heavier running back. That's LaShawn Lester, the freshman running back. Good sized kid. Comes in here on 2nd and about 3. Give is going to be to Lester, and he's going to be stood up. Not much right there. Zach Angel leading the charge there for the Generals defense. He gets maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd down.
Gain of about 1 yard.
So 3rd down and short here for the Generals.
They just subbed in receiver 38, Perry. I saw him on defense a few moments ago. See if they look for him right here.
Johnson looks to the sideline, gets a signal in from 3rd and about 2. And we're going to have a penalty. Looks like it might be a false start. And it is false start.
Flag on the play will be
on the offense there against Chattooga.
That's a 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
And that's big right there. Real run-heavy team for Chattooga. Now in a 3rd and long situation, see if they have to go through the air here. Chattooga comes into the game averaging 312.5 rushing yards per game through 2 games. Only attempted 10 passes, though, Cooper, in 2 games, and only 24 yards of those, 24 yards through the air out of those 10 passes. Johnson's going to roll out, has a man. He completes it.
That one's going to be close.
It's going to be really close.
And it looks like they got it.
Completed to number 49, Izzy Damon.
Looks like he's going to get the first down. Izzy Damon, who's the guy that the coaches were really impressed with on film. Big, strong runner.
For Somerville McDonald's Chattooga Indian, first down.
Big, strong kid, able to catch the ball out of the backfield. Looks like Luke Teague stopped him, but Damon too big, too powerful to really power his way for the first down there for Chattooga.
It'll be huge if Heritage got a stop right here to stop the Chattooga Indians' momentum.
Johnson's going to throw a shot. Has a man, and he's going to, almost had it on the one-handed catch. That's number 2.
Johnson's pass falls incomplete.
Devin Price.
Devin Price.
Eric Dumas in coverage there. Looks like he kind of fell asleep there on that far side as Johnson just kind of took the snap and threw it up for his man there, Devin Price, who's unable to haul it in.
Yeah, that would have been a big gain if he didn't stumble there.
Second down and long, and really the game plan here for Heritage is to keep Chattooga in long down situations, second and long, third and long, to really kind of make them one-dimensional, get them out of that strong running game. As Johnson sends his man in motion, he's going to pitch it out to the near side here, and Clint Petties is there to make a big play right there. Fights off the block from Izzy Damon. Big play right there by Petties up from his outside linebacker corner position. Big tackle for loss there for the general defense. Make it 3rd and 11.
This is what Heritage wants to do. Put them in 3rd and long situation and make them throw the ball. That's really the goal for both teams in this game since they both focus on runs.
You're right about that. Johnson sends Damon in motion. He's going to pass, rolls out to the twin side, and he's going to throw it. Has a man. A lot of contact, and Devin Price with an unbelievable catch, and he's going to score on that one. Big-time play right there from Devin Price. There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, Jackson Martin on coverage there just got.
Number 2, Devin Price.
It looked like he got pushed, but
for a large gain, there is a flag on the play.
There's a lot of contact.
That was definitely a lot of contact there between Devin Price and Jackson Martin. Really shocked not to see a pass interference. There's a late flag over here. We're going to have to see what it is, but I think the touchdown's going to stand either way.
Yeah, Heritage did everything right on that defensive drive, but they just gave up one major play.
Sometimes you do all the right things and still end up giving up a big play that cost you, and they sure did there. Devin Price with a very impressive catch. That's about 73-yard touchdown catch. We'll see what the official ruling is here. Officials conversing. Really impressed there to see Clayton Johnson.
The call is unsportsmanlike conduct on the Indians.
Unsportsmanlike conduct will be the call on the Indians.
Yeah, he may have celebrated before he got in the end zone. We couldn't really tell.
Looks like what it was there. As Chattooga looks like they'll line up here in a swinging gate. Not sure what this is here.
Penalty was after the play. The touchdown is good.
Chattooga's coach has the players huddled up to talk to them probably about their act.
P.J. Smith on to snap to number 14, Clayton Johnson, the holder. The kick is by Medina.
Looks like they're going to add that penalty to the kickoff here. Chattooga comes in from their swinging gate. Medina for the extra point. The snap good, the hold good, and the extra point's good. Chattooga takes a 7-0 lead on their first offensive possession here with 4:44 to go in the first quarter. Chattooga leads your Heritage General 7-0.
A 7-0 lead over Heritage.
And we're back here as Chattooga is going to take the penalty on the kickoff. They're going to kick from the 25 instead of the 40. So field position, could have some good field position here for Heritage. Longer kick, 15-yard penalty there. Medina, who has a strong leg.
Medina set to kick off.
And it's going to be interesting, again, like we talked in the open, how Heritage responds here. Early touchdown here on the Indians' first possession, how they respond to that and come back from that as Medina kicks. It's going to be a short one. Taken in by O'Donnell about the 28-yard line, and he's going to cut it up. He's got a little bit of running room. Flag on the play. Breaks the tackle, and he's going to get into Chattooga territory, but the flag might bring that play back.
There's a flag on the play.
Could be a hold here on the Generals on the return. Going to be a block in the back against Heritage.
Holding on the Generals.
You also got to wonder if they make it to the 20-yard line or 25, if they're going to kick a field goal next on 4th down after not making it on their first drive.
Yeah, that will be something to watch for this Heritage offense. Really got to get points any way you can if you're Heritage. Be bring back to about the 33-yard line. And Nick Hansen will take over here for the General offense. Maddox Rose accompanies him in the backfield. Twins to the offense's left side. Jackson Martin, the single receiver over here on the right. Hansen gets the snap, gives it to Rose. Rose hits the hole and is tackled right there. It's Blaine.
Maddox Rose on the carry for the Generals. Tackled by number 28, Dylan Woody.
That's Dylan Woody there on the tackle for Chattooga.
Coach Gibson's definitely happy of what he just saw from Noah Sims right there. Just really destroyed the Chattooga defensive line.
Yeah, Noah Sims really leads that offensive line. Really experienced offensive line. Good sized, really all across the board.
Yeah, they really opened up a great hole for them to run through right there.
Maddox gets it, hesitates a little bit. And his tabletop there. Going to be good enough for the first down.
Number 46, Malachi Mack.
Malachi Mack makes another tackle.
Heritage first down.
And the Generals get the first down here. Drive starting off well after the defense giving up that touchdown on the first possession. Heritage looking to come back from that and answer.
That was another great job by the Heritage O-line there. Really just pushing it to Chattooga Indians defensive line back there.
And here's the bell cow Curtis. He's going to get it up the middle. Slips the tackle and gets it to the outside, and Curtis is knocked out of bounds by a couple Indians. Looked like Price there, number 17.
Number 2, Devin Price.
Jacoby Cottrell.
Smart play by Jeffrey there to kick it outside. He saw there was nowhere to go in the middle and just kicked it outside and got a probably 5-yard difference of a gain.
Able to slip that tackle there and gets it out to the into Chattooga territory. It'll be 1st and 10 here from Little Bighorn Stadium. I'm Grayson Shook along with my partner Cooper Terry here in the Heritage 5-Star News broadcasting team. We have a whistle here.
On that last play, Dylan Bryan had a good block for the outside for Jeffrey Curtis to run by.
Dylan Bryan, who's really getting his first bit of varsity action here with injuries at the receiver position to Cade Kennard, who's out with a concussion, and Chandler Hill, a knee injury. Really looking for him to step up here at the receiver position. Hansen gives to Curtis again. Curtis plows his way, gets it inside the 35 to about the 33.
Number 20, Jeffrey Curtis on the carry.
Be second down and about 2.
Dylan Woody and number 17, Jacoby Cottrell.
Curtis is doing great right now. You wonder if he can hold up for the rest of the game because they handed off to Chandler a lot and he's not there today.
Run game's really been there so far, especially on this drive.
Second down and 2 yards to go.
General's really able to gash that Chattooga defense and the defensive line right there. Offensive line getting a great push and able to create holes here for the running back. Hansen takes the snap. He's going to give it to Curtis. to the left side, and he's going to get the first down and a little bit more to about the 25.
Number 20, Jeffrey Curtis on the carry again for the Generals.
It's about the
number 46,
this is about the place where the drive stalled last drive for the Generals offense. We're able to get it on down to around the 25-20 yard line, and then just kind of stalled on the offense.
Number 23, P.J. Smith there with the tackle.
Smith, another veteran here for the Chattooga defense, who's pretty upper class heavy. Hanson gives it to Lozano, who's in to spell Curtis.
Oh.
Ball pops out, and Chattooga picks it up, and he's going to be gone, not a man in sight.
Jackson Lowenberg right there with a touchdown.
Coach Lozano on the fumble. It's picked up by number 9, Jackson Lowenberg, who returns it for a Chattooga Indian touchdown.
Jackson Lowenberg really in the right place at the right time, able to pick up that ball and take it all the way to the end zone as Chattooga extends their lead to 13-0 here with 2 minutes left in the first quarter with the extra point pending. And that's really something you hate to see right here for the Generals. Really drove it all the way down the field and just cough up the football, make a big mistake there.
To attempt the extra point.
Luis Medina about to attempt his second PAT of the game.
Chattooga lines up in that swinging gate formation and then comes in to attempt the extra point. It's going to be good.
The kick is up, and it's good.
2 minutes and 3 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Chattooga leads 14-0.
The first quarter.
Here's we take a timeout here on the Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network. Welcome back here to Little Bighorn Stadium, Chattooga High School. Grayson Shook here along with Cooper Terry as Chattooga kicks off to Easton O'Donnell, who is going to get the ball out to around the 35-yard line.
Tackle made by number 15, Corey Curtis.
Good drive there for the Heritage offense. Just ended in a big mistake, big turnover, and Chattooga able to capitalize on that.
Heritage takes over at their own 34-yard line.
Easton O'Donnell, got to appreciate his gains on the return.
Definitely being able to help the Generals. Really had a good return that first time, but it was called back due to a blocking the back penalty, and a pretty good return right here. Gets it out to the 34-yard line where the Generals will set up shop offensively. Rose is going to get it, and he's just stuffed in the backfield. A bunch of Indians coming free there.
Maddox Rose on the carry for the Generals.
Getting in the backfield. That's about a 4 or 5 yard loss. Malachi Mack makes another big play there for the Chattooga defense. Coming in on the last minute and a half here in the first quarter. Chattooga leads 14-0 here at Little Bighorn Stadium on the campus of Chattooga High School.
Interesting call to keep Kobe McAllister on the sideline right now.
Looks like he just came out from the tent nursing an injury. That's Mason Sherrill there at left tackle to spell him. Rose is going to get the ball, follows his blocks very well, gets the corner, and is shoestring tackled there. Big gain right there by Maddox Rose. Really been big for him to step up here.
By number 3, Tobias Lawrence.
That was a good sell by Nick Hansen. Drew a few Indian defensemen onto him, left a big gap for Max Rose to run to outside.
Be a big first down there for the General offense. Really haven't had problem moving the football, just hadn't been able to finish drives, which really kind of haunted them last week against Ringgold. Hansen's going to keep it. He goes around that left sideline and is going to be slung down.
The quarterback
looks like number 12, Trey Flowers, on the tackle.
Out of bounds by number 12, Trey Flowers.
Yeah, Trey Flowers saw that one coming. Most of the other Indian defenders were drawn to Maddox Rose right there.
Gain of 6 yards. It'll be second down.
6-yard pickup there for Hansen, able to keep that ball there. Hadn't seen much of that this season. Hansen being able to pull it out and get some yards himself. And that'll be the end of the first quarter here. Chattooga leads 14-0, but Heritage driving again in their third offensive possession. We're going to go to a commercial here. I'm Grayson Shooking. This is Cooper Terry, along with the Heritage High School broadcasting team. Welcome back here to the Heritage 5-Star News Broadcasting Network. Here from Little Bighorn Stadium in Chattooga High School. Second quarter starts with a Jeffrey Curtis carry, and he's going to plow his way through. Brought down there by a Chattooga defender.
That's good for another Heritage first down.
Number 17, Jacoby Cottrell.
Jacoby Cottrell makes another tackle there. Big first down for the Generals. Just moving the football again into Chattooga territory. But it's really been inside the red zone where Chattooga's been able to anchor down and get some turnovers, get some big stops. And that leaves a 0 on the board here for the Generals as we start this second quarter of play.
Heritage needs to stay conservative. It's still early in the game. They don't have to take any major risks yet.
Two backs in the backfield, Rose and Curtis. Give us to Rose. Rose cuts it back and is going to be brought down.
Number 3, Maddox Rose on the carry for the Generals.
Gets a couple yards there.
Tackle made by number 37, Ty Veach.
Rose has looked well running the football. Really didn't get much time last week against Ringgold running the football. It was mainly Curtis and Lozano, but Rose been able to step up here against Chattooga and get some couple big carries, couple big first down runs.
7 yards to go.
Yeah, with Chandler out, Malik out, and Jeffrey. He's getting all the carries, and so is Maddox Rose, to see if they can hold up.
Hansen takes a snap, and that give is to Curtis, and penetration there by Chattooga defense.
Hand off to number 20, Jeffrey Curtis.
Curtis not able to get a lot.
Gain by number 46, Malachi Mack.
And Malachi Mack has just lived in the Generals' backfield, it seemed like. Been all over the place, made a bunch of tackles, and really played well here for the Chattooga defense.
It almost seemed like the Heritage offensive line there was non-existent with the way they got by right there. Chattooga's defense has done well on this drive. 3rd and long right here, and they're probably going to make the Generals pass it.
Got to think Chattooga's sitting screen here. That's what the Generals have gone to here on big plays, and they're just going to give it to Curtis.
Oh.
Hanson drops the football, and it's recovered by Chattooga. Another big mistake there by the Generals offense.
It's recovered by number 37, Ty Beach, and that's enough for a Sullivan McDonald's Chattooga Indians first down.
And Heritage coughs the football up one more time. And it'll be Chattooga football here. Pretty good field position at the 45-yard line. Brings the Generals defense back onto the field.
With the Generals 3 drives so far, it's been 2 fumbles and turnover on downs.
Been able to move the ball well on offense, just not able to finish drives. Costly mistake there as well on the previous drive with fumbles. Johnson drops back to pass. He's going to look deep. That's Devin Price again, and great pass coverage there by number 29. That's Eric Dumas.
Incomplete, intended for number 2, Devin Price.
Looked very well right there, able to make a big play.
For the Generals, number 29, Eric Dumas.
Big play right there by the General defense as Chattooga looks to take a shot. After a big play defensively, you can expect a shot on offense, and Chattooga was thinking that, just not able to complete the ball there to number 2, Devin Price.
Yeah, once the pass was up, Dumas had his eye on the ball, and he knew that ball wasn't getting through.
2 backs in the backfield here for Chattooga. Johnson takes a snap and hands it off, and we're there. That's Jeffrey Curtis able to make plays on offense and defense. Big-time tackle there for loss. Thomas Owens also in there on the play, the senior defensive lineman.
Yeah, there were about 4 Generals there that were to make the tackle. There's no way the running game could have got through that.
Big-time play right here by Chattooga. On offense coming up here, 3rd down and 11. Going to be a big play right here for the General defense, able to get off the field and get the ball back into the hands of the offense, who's really been able to drive the football, just not able to finish drives and get the ball in the red zone and just cough it up a couple times and see what happens here on 3rd and 11. Johnson rolls, and he's going to be gobbled up. That's Thomas Owens on the sack.
Clayton Johnson sacked behind the line of scrimmage by number 16, Anderson Britton.
Big time play there by number 16. Johnson really had nowhere to go, and he was gobbled up for a big loss, and Chattooga's going to bring out the punt team.
Yeah, that was a huge play for the Generals. They should have good field position here.
4th down for the Indians.
Chattooga's going to be punting to number 11, Dylan Bryan, the sophomore.
Well,
Kicks away.
That punt was almost blocked.
Bryan flees from the ball, and it's going to be down right at about the 30-yard line. Great drive right there by the Generals defense, able to get off the field, force a 3 and out, get in the backfield even for a couple tackles for loss. Here's we take time for a commercial here with the Heritage 5-Star News Broadcasting Network. And we're back here as the Generals take the ball from the 30-yard line here. 2nd quarter, 8 minutes, 26 seconds to go. 14-0. Chattooga leads as Lozano's not able to get much.
Lozano on the carry for the Generals.
On the play right there.
Tackle by number 46, Malachi Mack.
Once again, Malachi Mack on the tackle.
Loss of 1 yard, 2nd down and 11.
They've been running on 2nd down so far this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they took a risk and threw it.
Got to look for a pass play here soon. It's been pretty one-dimensional here for the General offense. Hanson rolls. He has a man deep, and it's just sails over Pete Padgett's head.
Number 44, Pete Padgett.
That'll make it 3rd down and long here.
3rd down and 11 to go.
Yeah, this is an obvious throwing down for the Generals.
Looking to get a big play here to really extend this drive. Need to get some points on the board any way you can here if you're Heritage here. So we head into the end of the second quarter.
Yeah, the Generals' goal in this half is probably to cut it to within 7.
That'd be good for the Generals here. Hanson gets the snap. He's going to drop back, throws, finds Dylan Bryan. And he's going to make a spin move and gets the first down. Big play right there by number 11. Dylan Bryan.
Tackle made by number 3, Tomias Lawrence.
Tomias Lawrence makes a stop for Chattooga. And that's a big play right there. Nick Hansen able to drop back, fires a strike there to Dylan Bryan, who's able to make a move and get some quality yards after the catch there for the Generals. And it'll be 1st and 10 here from the 42-yard line.
Yeah, that's definitely a good sign for Generals when you have 2 sophomores making plays like that.
Definitely young. Counting on some young guys for sure here on the offensive side of the ball. Twins on both sides here for the Generals. Lozano in the backfield with Hanson. It's going to be a screen pass. Martin's got it over there. That's Jackson Martin. Coughs up the football, but falls on it. It'll be 2nd down and about 9. Really long throw there for Nick Hansen, having to throw that ball there into the field to the far side of the field, and
gain of 2 yards, 2nd down.
By the time the ball got to Martin, he really wasn't able to go anywhere, as it'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
It almost looks like he balled it. You just got to be happy that he was able to hold on to that.
Lozano's still in it, running back. He's going to get the carry here and does not get much. Penetration there by the Chattooga defensive line. It'll be another big 3rd down here for the Generals offense. They went through the air on the last 3rd and long, and see what they do here. 3rd and about 7, maybe 8.
3rd down and 8 to go.
A little over 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Chattooga leads 14-0 over Heritage.
Easton O'Donnell lined up on the outside.
Hanson gets a snap, has a man in his face, fires, got Clint Petty's for a big catch. Petty's able to extend and gets the 1st down. Huge play by number 23 there in white, Clint Petty's.
Result of the play is a Heritage 1st down.
Great pocket presence there by Nick Hansen, had a man in his face, able to throw a strike there, and Petty's able to corral the football here for a big 1st down.
Once again, another great route by Clint Petty's to shake off his defender and find an open gap.
Be 1st down and 10 here for the Generals. Ball on about the 35-yard line. 5:40 to go here in the second quarter. Screen pass, too high for Easton O'Donnell. That'll make it 2nd down.
Hanson's pass falls incomplete, intended for number 4, Easton O'Donnell.
Jeffrey Curtis back in on there at running back. Could expect to see a carry here from the big bell cow, number 20 in white.
On that last play, if he would have caught that ball, it probably would have been a loss of like 2 yards since there were 2 Chattooga defenders in the area. So almost got to be happy that he dropped that one, or was overthrown.
Trips here to the near side here on the offense's left. Single receiver to the right, give us to Curtis. No, Hanson's going to keep it. He gets to the corner and is able to accelerate for
number 8, Nick Hansen with the
about a 7-yard gain.
Number 9, Jackson Lowenberg.
You just don't expect Hanson to keep the ball there. You expect the big bell cow, Jeffrey Curtis, to keep it. And Hanson able to pull it and sees a hole and just accelerates through it. Right here is a big 3rd down and 4 comes up with a little over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Generals looking to get something going on offense.
Ledbetter has definitely done a great job of mixing up the play call.
On this drive, definitely able to complete 2 big passes, one to Dylan Bryan, one to Clint Petty's. See what happens here on 3rd down. Drops back, it's going to be a middle screen, and it's picked off! Ball's going to be picked off. The Chattooga defensive lineman.
Hanson's pass is picked off by
that's number 23,
P.J. Smith.
P.J. Smith, the defensive end, able to step in front of the Dylan Bryan, the receiver, and pick it off. And another costly mistake. It's been time and time again. Generals get the ball deep in Chattooga territory and just not able to convert. turned the ball over. That's the third turnover here in the first half for the Generals.
This will be a huge drive if Generals defense are able to hold them right here.
They were able to hold last time after the fumble. We'll see what they can do here after that interception there by P.J. Smith from Chattooga.
It has not been a great night for the Generals offense so far with 3 turnovers and a turnover on downs.
That Chattooga running back able to accelerate through E.J. Lackey on the carry.
Number 21, Zach Brown, was the tackle.
Brown leads the team in tackles. Came in today with 18 tackles, 2 of those for loss and a sack. Played really well. Sophomore inside linebacker alongside Pete Padgett there in the middle. Curtis made the move to outside linebacker this week to really stop the heavy Chattooga run game and opened up time for Pete Padgett there on the inside, and Zach Brown's been able to step up also there at the inside linebacker position. Looks like some confusion there, but works out to the Indians' favor there. That's number 6, LaShawn Lester.
LaShawn Lester with a strong run. Getting around 7 yards, and that's enough for Somerville McDonald's. Chattooga Indian, first down.
Big run there by the freshman fullback.
The last play made by number 29, Eric Dumas.
If you're the Generals, you got to be happy with what you know you're going to have in the future with all this young talent getting plenty of minutes tonight and probably this whole year.
You're right about that. What's good about this Generals defense is there's a mixture of experienced guys, Jeffrey Curtis, Thomas Owens, and then you got your sprinkle of young guys that hadn't got much experience, Zach Brown and Pete Padgett there.
And even though Kay Canari's not
running
playing,
back's going to take it and get the first down. Like you said, Kay Canari, who's out with a concussion tonight, had 2 really good games earlier this year against LFO and Ringgold.
Chattooga Indian, first down.
But it's been up to Clint Petty's here to anchor down that cornerback spot here on the field side.
Yeah, it was a questionable hit in the Ringgold game. Could have been called helmet to helmet, but they decided not to throw the flag.
That is the reason Kay Canari's sitting out today's game with that concussion. Still going through the protocol, though. We should expect him back next week as the Generals host Pepperell. Ball for Devin Price. He's got it, and that's going to be a Chattooga touchdown. Nice route there by number 2, Devin Price, the double move.
Devin Price for the 41-yard touchdown reception.
Clint Petty's bid on the double move, and Price able to run free here. 3 minutes to go, 20-0. Chattooga really pouring it on this Heritage defense.
The Chattooga fan base so far is having a blast. So they have their cowbells, their band's going crazy. Great support for their football team.
A lot to cheer for here for the Indians as they look to make it 21-0 here with the last couple minutes here in the first half.
For the point after.
Medina so far hasn't missed a kick.
That'll be 14 points off turnovers there for Chattooga.
The Indians take a 21-0 lead with 3 minutes left to go in the first half.
Here as we take a break here, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Chattooga leads 21-0 here with the Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcasting Network. And we're back here with the Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network. I'm Grayson Shook along with Cooper Terry as Chattooga kicks off. That'll be Jeffrey Curtis to take it in. Curtis cuts it up. Really strong return as he's thrown out of bounds. And there's the flag. It's going to be a late hit there. 2 flags fly in, and Generals should have good field position here for their what could be their last drive here of the first half.
Yeah, that was definitely a pretty dirty shot right there, but it's so hard to tackle a versatile player like Jeffrey Curtis. He's got power, speed. He's got the whole set.
Really big asset here to the Heritage offense. Right there, you don't expect a 220, 230-pound return man, but Jeffrey Curtis able to do that and gets really the best return of the night there for the Generals.
Yeah, Chattooga was probably scared of what Easton O'Donnell's been doing there, so they kicked it away from him, and it ended up in Jeffrey's hands, and he made just as good as a return.
We all know what Jeffrey Curtis can do with the ball in his hands right there, as the Generals are going to take the personal foul, and they're going to be right around the 30-yard line, 33-yard line, first down and 10. Maddox Rosen at running back.
Takes over at the Chattooga 32-yard line.
Here in the pistol formation. Twins to the right side. Petty's the single receiver here on the near side. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. That's Dylan Bryan. It's going to be hauled in for a Heritage touchdown.
Pass caught by number 11, Dylan Bryan.
Number 11, Dylan Bryan with a big play, the sophomore. Awesome play right there by number 11. Hanson able to fire a dime right there to number 11, Dylan Bryan. Big play right there for a touchdown.
Yeah, the speed of Dylan Bryan right there to blow by the defender was amazing, and then spot-on pass from Nick Hanson.
Chattooga really gets a dose of their own medicine right there with the double move right there by Dylan Bryan. Big play right there by the sophomore. First varsity start, first varsity touchdown there for the sophomore wide receiver.
And his older brother, Blake Bryan, was quarterback for us last year, and he did really good.
Did really well coming in for Corby Wilson. Now over at Carson Newman on a baseball scholarship. His crass extra point is good.
The kick is up and it's good.
And with 2 minutes and 45 seconds, Chattooga leads Heritage 21-7. Here in the second quarter, this is Grayson Shook along with Cooper Terry with the Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network. And we're back here with the Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network. Big turn of events right here after a big Jeffrey Curtis kickoff return. Nick Hanson able to find Dylan Bryan here for the first touchdown of the night for the Generals as Anderson Britton kicks off. Picked up by Chattooga. And that looks like it's going to be Britton on the tackle, still running. And he's still on his feet. And he is gone. What a run right there by Chattooga. That's number 2, Devin Price.
Returns the ball with a pack of Generals on his back.
Yeah, the kicker, Anderson Britton, he's just a freshman, but the coaches love that he's not afraid to hit somebody. A little bit of luck right there by Chattooga. It looked like he lost the ball, and then it got picked up.
Devin Price right there. Johnny on the spot. He's really been Chattooga's mode of scoring. He came into the game nursing an ankle injury. Didn't think he was going to play tonight, but has that made a really big impact on this game as Chattooga looks to go up 28-7.
Here's Medina with the PAT. He's already got a hat trick so far. See if he can make another one.
Medina on for the extra point.
Medina's kick's good, and here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second quarter, Chattooga leads Heritage 28-7. This is Grayson Shook along with Cooper Terry as we pause for a commercial here in the Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network. And I'm Grayson Shook here, Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network, back here at Little Bighorn Stadium on the campus of Chattooga High School here as Luis Medina kicks the ball off to Heritage. It'll be Curtis again from about the 15-yard line. Goes to the far side. Still on his feet and is brought down right around the 35-yard line.
Curtis showcasing his strength right there. He was wrapped up by 2 defenders at the 30-yard line and able to break those tackles.
Tackle made by a number of Indians.
Right here, got to see how the Heritage offense responds after really a crazy past minute of game time. Is Heritage able to score on one play, and Chattooga returns the ensuing kickoff and scores right there.
The Generals really need to get a touchdown here. You don't want to be down 21 going into the half.
Chattooga will get the ball to start the third quarter here. Chattooga calls timeout, and we'll take a timeout here. Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network. I'm Grayson Shook along with Cooper Terry. Here we go, 1st and 10 here for Nick Hansen and the Heritage offense from the 36-yard line, looking to get something here before the half. Screen pass to Dylan Bryan. Bryan gets a couple good blocks there from Petties and Maddox Rose, and he's able to get the first down here. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the first half.
Result of the play is a Heritage first down.
Heritage down 28-7, looking to get something here before they go into the half.
Hansen and Bryan have really been a good duo so far in this game, something we haven't got to see yet this year.
Nick does have weapons there on the perimeter, and he's really been able to connect with Bryan a couple times as the ball pops out, and it looks like Chattooga has it. And they do. And P.J. Smith with another fumble recovery, and Chattooga's going to take the ball
On the snap, and Chattooga recovers the ball.
in Heritage territory.
They'll take over right around midfield for some of the McDonald's.
These are the mistakes you don't want to see on your football team.
Another big mistake there. That's the 4th turnover here for Heritage. Really been costly there for the General offense. They're cough up the ball once again, and Chattooga looking to capitalize off of it.
Yeah, the Generals have had 6 offensive drives so far, and they've only been able to capitalize on 1.
That drive only lasted 1 play as Hansen was able to connect with Dylan Bryan for a touchdown. Big run right there by number 6, LaShawn Lester.
Number 6, LaShawn Lester on the carry. Tackle made by number 53, Zach Angel.
Zach Angel, the senior defensive end, on the stop.
Yeah, Zach Angel and Zach Brown were there to hit the running back on the draw play.
2nd down and about 8 here, and Chattooga into Heritage territory here with about a minute and a half to go. Chattooga looking to wind the clock down here.
Yeah, Chattooga wants to wind the clock down as much as possible and still score on this drive. Timeout on the play.
Timeout Chattooga, and we'll take a timeout as well. This is Grayson Shook along with Cooper Terry, Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network. And we're back here. Chattooga has the 2nd down and 8 from the 46-yard line of Heritage. 1 minute, 18 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. I'm Grayson Shook along with Cooper Terry here with the Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network. Johnson rolls to his left. Has Price open, and he's got the ball and accelerates and is brought down inside the 15-yard line. Another big play by number 2 in red. He's been making plays all night.
The play is a Somerville McDonald's Chattooga Indian 1st down.
Clayton Johnson's done really good in this game. They haven't relied on him much this season, but he stepped up so far today.
Chattooga came into the game only 24 yards passing in 2 games, and they've very well exceeded that tonight. A couple big plays made by Devin Price. Johnson able to deliver some good balls, and here's Heritage takes a timeout.
Timeout taken by the Generals.
We'll go to break here with Chattooga leading 54.5 seconds to go in the first half. Chattooga leads 8-7. It's going to be 1st down and 10 here from the 12-yard line. Chattooga with the football, looking to score again right here before the half. Johnson sends a man in motion. Rolls to his right. Throws the ball wide open, touchdown. Devin Price once again. Touchdown Chattooga.
Stop me if you've heard this. Johnson's pass completed to number 2, Devin Price, for a Chattooga Indian touchdown.
Price was able to find the gap in that zone coverage, and Johnson just put it like right on the spot there.
That'll make it 34-7, and the lead getting insurmountable here before we even hit the halftime.
Number 83, Lewis Medina, on for the extra point.
Johnson's done good when he's rolling to the left or right.
Really been able to cut the field in half and able to find his man right there. And that time it was Devin Price, who's really been his go-to receiver, go-to target there for the Indian offense. And the extra point's blocked.
Medina's kick is blocked by the Generals.
Extra point blocked right there is 48 seconds to go here in the
our score as we go to the final minutes.
Second quarter.
Second half. First half.
Nothing went wrong for Chattooga there. It's just a matter of Heritage beating them off the ball. The snap was good, the hold was good, and the kick looked good.
Wes Lozano able to get in there and get the block. Eric Dumas started to pick it up, but high school football, you're not able to return it. Medina will tee it up here at the 40.
Medina set to kick off to Jeffrey Curtis or Wes Lozano.
Medina's kick a line drive towards Curtis. He's going to take it in from the 15. Has a bit of a crease. Hits that crease and is knocked out of bounds right there.
Jeffrey Curtis on a nice return.
By number 9, Jackson Lowenberg. Who had that big fumble return for a touchdown earlier. Chattooga up 34-7. Heritage football here at about the 40-yard line. Got to see what the offense has here.
Yeah, if you're Heritage, do you take a risk and try to score real quick, or you just let the time expire?
really got to get points any way you can if you're Heritage, down 34-7. As Hanson leads the offense out on the field. Maddox Rose, the single receiver here on the near side, trips to the far side. Hanson will get it and roll right. Throws it into coverage, and it was almost intercepted.
Hanson's pass falls incomplete.
That's definitely a disappointing play. Hanson had Jackson Martin open. If he would have saw Martin on that route, that probably, if it would have connected, it would have been a touchdown since he won by his defender.
Second down and 10 to go.
Second down 10 here for the Generals. Lozano, the running back here, accompanies Hanson in the backfield. In the pistol formation, Hanson will get it, throws a screen over here near side to Jackson Martin, and he's not going to get much.
Hanson's pass complete to number 1, Jackson Martin.
Number 17, Jacoby
Pushed out of bounds by number
Cottrell,
17, Jacoby Cottrell.
able to get off a block right there by Maddox Rose and make a tackle. 1 yard gain, it'll be third down and 9.
If Heritage is forced to punt here, coming up on fourth down, if they don't get a first down on this play, they might put Bradley Caston to punt because they were giving him a lot of warm-up time before the game. If it's not Bradley Caston, it'll be Jeffrey Curtis kick it off.
May put him in just to give Curtis a break here, taking a lot of snaps here in this game. As Hanson gets set on 3rd and 9, drops back, steps up in the pocket, and throws too high for Maddox Rose.
Hanson's pass
And it'll be fourth down.
Number 3, Maddox Rose.
Punt team will come on. It is Jeffrey Curtis coming on to punt for the Generals. Here with 28 seconds to go in the first half.
Definitely a disappointing half for the Generals so far. Everything seemed to go right for the Indians.
Generals were able to get the ball deep into Chattooga territory, just not able to capitalize. As Curtis booms it. Clock runs down to about 21 seconds. Martin downs it right about the 23-yard line, and Chattooga will likely take a knee here to get it into the half. Chattooga does get the ball to start the half, start the second half. And if you're Heritage, coming out and stopping Chattooga on the first drive of the second half has got to be huge. Being able to get some offensive production.
Yeah, everything for Chattooga's offense has gone right so far. Devin Price has had a great game. Clayton Johnson's thrown well. And even the run game is still a powerhouse.
Chattooga will take a knee and go to the locker room here. Chattooga leads 34-7.
Takes a knee, and that'll take us all the way to halftime. Chattooga leads Heritage 34-7.
The score is 34-7 at Little Bighorn Stadium.
Timeout taken by Heritage.
Yes.
Hold on, folks. We're not through the first half yet.
Coach Slaughter's going to call a timeout here for the half. Does not look happy.
Yeah, interesting decision here by Slaughter. He's definitely mad about something, but he can't see what it is. I think he just didn't want his players to run off the field in case Chattooga took another snap.
And now we've gone to the end of the first half.
And we will finally go to half as Chattooga leads 34-7. Chattooga will get the ball to start the half, and we'll be back once the third quarter begins. This is Grayson Shook along with Cooper Terry in the Heritage High School 5-Star News Broadcast Network.